The soldier stepped on a landmine, yet felt nothing. He had just turned around when his comrade was blown apart. Panic surged through him. He lifted his left foot, ready to rush forward to help, but a sharp click sounded. He'd stepped on another mine. Frozen, he couldn't move. Danger thrummed through the ground beneath him. His eyes widened in terror, his whole body shaking uncontrollably. He didn't know what to do. Suddenly, a scream jolted him awake. He saw that his friend's lower legs had been blown off, blood gushing everywhere. The situation was dire. Taking a deep breath, the soldier forced himself to calm down. He soothed his nearly hysterical comrade and injected him with a painkiller, but that wasn't enough. The wounds were too severe. He had to stop the bleeding, or his friend wouldn't last long. To save him, the man considered lifting his left foot and risking a jump to bandage the injuries. But his comrade, not wanting him to suffer the same fate, made a brutal decision. He raised his gun and pulled the trigger to his temple. The soldier collapsed into despair, screaming in hopeless agony. Yet instinctively, he couldn't move. He just wailed helplessly on the spot. After a long while, he finally collected himself. Determined to honor his friend's last wishes, he vowed to survive. But surviving in a mine-strewn desert was almost impossible. He lifted his hands to maintain balance, shifted his right leg back, and cautiously bent down, kneeling halfway. He dug the dagger into the sand, trying to pry the mine out, but it was buried too deep. Halfway in, it hit solid ground. Frustrated, he sighed and tried another method. He tied his shoelaces and gear straps together, even dismantled his gunsling, making a longer rope. Carefully, he stood, attempting to hook the radio a few meters away. He lost his balance for a moment, but caught himself just in time. One wrong move, and the mine under his left foot would have torn him to pieces. With painstaking caution, he steadied himself. After a tense stretch, he slowly pulled the rope and dragged the radio bag close. Grabbing the radio, he immediately called headquarters for help, but the reply crushed him. The sandstorm was too fierce for planes, and rescue convoys wouldn't arrive for 52 hours. Despair clawed at him. Alone in the barren desert with no food, no water, and the constant threat of enemy patrols, staying put for 52 hours seemed impossible. He wanted to ask about alternatives, but before he could speak, the radio died. Silence. Angrily, he tossed the device aside and set his watch to count down. He grabbed some rations, preparing for a grueling wait. Then he reached for water and found the bladder empty. In the scorching desert, no water meant a death sentence. There was no time to despair. A massive sandstorm was barreling toward him, blotting out the sun. He watched as a wall of gray-yellow waves surged along the horizon, the wind roaring like a beast, sand stabbing at his skin. The world instantly reduced to a blur. He knew if he didn't find cover or get out of there immediately, they would be swallowed whole, their bodies lost to the desert. Time was running out. He had to act now.